Hi, editing Zulayla. I love you. I love you. I love my baby. Ooh, look at that belly.
My whole belly is exposed.
I know, yeah. So you can't hide it anymore. It's just
Can't hide it.
Hi, guys.
Stop it. Love you, baby. I'm filming. This heat is not gonna help me at all. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another story time video. This video is going to be me going back to the memory lane and talking about my past a little bit. You know, my past jobs, what I did for a living, and how I actually managed to own my own business at the age of 19. Now, we're gonna go back about 13 years from now. So me at the age of 16 or 17 years old. So that was the age where I actually started learning English. You guys know I am not an English speaker. English is my third language. Learning English probably was one of the best things that happened to me in my life, because by learning this language I got to know so much. You know, I get to read so much and I get to understand so much. You know, language definitely is something that I cannot put in words how much it's going to help you to understand the world around you. Obviously, I did go to school, you know, English learning school. I understood how to write, how to read, but I wasn't good at speaking English, you know. So after finishing off my English school, I decided to, you know, learn more on my own. So pretty much most of the work was done by myself when it comes to learning English. I literally taught English for myself. You know, when you learn English, unfortunately, most schools teach you the grammatical English, or I would say grammar English, but not speaking English, if it makes any sense. I did decide to use internet as my best friend. You know, I started you know, reaching out to people from different countries to the sole purpose of improving my English, and I met amazing people that I am still friends with. After about getting to the point where my English was good enough to speak with foreigners, I thought to myself, wouldn't that be a great idea if I start teaching English by myself, you know, at my home. You know, I have enough space where I can, you know, spare a room for, you know, teaching students. At the beginning, it was something new and I wasn't really comfortable with, because I had to go out there on my own to really promote myself, you know, because when you go to English school as an English teacher, they don't necessarily accept you if you have learned it by yourself. That didn't work out well for me, because I was, you know, almost 100% self-taught, and I didn't have foreign experience with me, you know, I would say studying abroad. I know it's getting loud here. Anyway, where was I? I'm getting distracted a lot. So I couldn't teach English, you know, at the official English schools, like English teaching places. So I decided to do it in my own place. And the way I, you know, advertised myself, or I promoted myself, I started printing handouts, you know, writing English lessons from beginners to the advanced. I remember feeling myself so uncomfortable doing this, but I had to go out and hand out those papers. So every time people would pass by, or as I'm walking by, anyone that would come close to me, I would just give them the papers so they would be aware what number to call and what I am promoting. I actually dragged my brother to do the same thing. I remember I was like, okay, I need help because I can't do it by myself. So you're gonna come with me and you're gonna help me to hand out those papers. I also started gluing those papers on the walls, obviously on the places where we were allowed. And you know, sometimes I would go out to see if people are taking out the numbers. Sometimes my papers would be destroyed, you know, on the walls, and I would be like, oh my god, I have to put out another one. I did this thing for a couple of years, guys, and I really had to put myself in a state where, okay, I'm not gonna feel comfortable doing this, but that's the only choice, you know, that's the only thing that I can do to promote myself. You promoting yourself in different ways, you know, obviously cost a lot of money, and I didn't have money back then. You know, saying this, I also have to mention that ever since I was young, I didn't mind working for people, you know, having boss over me, but I always had a calling in me where I don't want to do this forever, you know. I don't want to work under someone forever. So I always pursued to have my own business, you know. I always tried to do something, tried to think differently, you know. What can I do to work for myself? Pursuing independence, especially financial independence, has always been there for me, and it still is there. If I don't follow what I'm meant to be, or if I don't live up to my own standard, like, you know, trying different things and doing things with my own accord and not really relying on other people, I always get hunted, you know, by my soul. I feel disappointed of myself if I don't follow this path. Even coming to this country, it still is the same thing, guys. Like, I have worked for so many places, I have worked for so many people. I had so many opportunities as well that came along the way to be a manager or to get better promotions. I just know in my heart that I will never be happy or satisfied by working under someone. That young Zulayla is still here. I'm here every single day, showing up to the world, putting my best, trying to pursue what truly makes me happy. As I'm talking this, the baby is kicking and she's telling me that I have to eat something really quick. I think I started teaching English at the age of 19. So if I started learning English at 16, it took me 3 years for me to be, you know, completely comfortable with this language. After about 6 months of me persevering in this job, trying to promote myself and trying to gather people, enough people, and generate enough income where I am able to live by myself, you know, if I wanted to. Obviously, I lived with my family, but if I wanted to, I wanted to be at a point where I was able to live by myself and support myself 100%. It's like compounding, you know. As I kept doing it more and more, I started getting more and more people, and it was from all age groups. I taught, you know, 6-year-old kids, 9-year-old kids. I taught, you know, 40-year-old adults. And I also started translating on the side as well, like translating documents. So that was another thing that I started doing on the side of teaching English. I remember the maximum people that I got in my group was 20 people. I taught 20 people at the same time. I believe at the age of 20, I was fully self-sustainable. You know, I was 100% by myself, saving money, earning money, and you know, not asking any money from my parents or having the need to go out and find a job somewhere. Doing this thing really gave me a strong confidence about myself and what I could accomplish, because, you know, 19 years old, it's not a big age, but at the same time, you're not young anymore. You're at a place where you are able to make something out of yourself. The independence truly is everything, guys. If you want to do something that you love, but also make sure that you do have the freedom to be able to do whatever you want with your time. This is something that you have to be working on every single day. You may not be there yet, but you will definitely get there if you do put perseverance, you know, if you do put hard work, creativity, you know, thinking outside of the box, putting yourself outside of your comfort zone as well. When I met my husband, obviously my plans have changed, and now here I am in the United States, you know, living still trying to do things with my own accord, you know, trying my best every day. I truly believe the essence of who you are never changes, you know, it's always there dictating you how to live your life. Now, the reason why I decided to share this in the video, guys, it's because I truly believe that you have 100% control over your destiny. Life is 100% what you make of it. Doesn't matter what age you are, you know, whether you start young or late, you know, you have that total control to create or recreate the life that you want to live. I'm not at a place where I'm super comfortable with where I am. I think I will never be, because I will be always pursuing something. I'll always be, you know, working towards something or growing, learning, you know, doing something different, because at the end of the day, life is all about progress, in my opinion. Anyone who's watching this video, especially the young girls, you know, who have a fighting spirit to make something out of their life, I'm here to say that you are totally capable, and it's all about the choices that you make, you know, for your life and for your future. My hair is literally out of control right now, and it's getting ridiculous. So that's my real life. I'm gonna wrap up the video here, guys. I hope you did find the video useful and enjoyable at the same time. Please give it a thumbs up to the video if you did like the video, if you really liked it, and if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna leave you alone now. Have a great day, enjoy whatever that you're doing, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.